I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We've got two teams here looking to find a way to win. It's the Seahawks coming in at 6-1, going up against the Cardinals, who come in at 2-5.
Larry, no trip to the Northwest is really complete without a little rain, and we're going to get plenty of it here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks.
Shotgun. Hey.
And some space here.
Check three.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there, hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The first carry now. This is Johnson. David Johnson on his way past the 20. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Four down.
Hey, Mike 20. Hey, alert.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Flushed out right. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Hey, four down.
Move 15.
There we go, Mike 20.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Finding room to the 20. And down inside the 15 he goes. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make play.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Paul Richardson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out now come the Cardinals. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Watch 10. Come on, watch 10.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Back to throw now on second and 10. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
No. Check. Patriots. Check 24. All right, here we go.
Throwing on first down. Knight. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Back it over. All right, now. Watch it now, Barney.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Again, it's Johnson. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
And the pursuit that time was absolutely top-notch. He was looking to try and turn upfield somewhere. Kept trying to find a place. Somewhere never showed up. A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. Looking to throw. Knight. He's got the completion to Strong. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. On the toss, here's Johnson. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Watch it now, Marty.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. Shifts by him. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Now Wilson. Fighting through. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Tempo.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. 2nd and 10 now. Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of fourth down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because third down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Eluding the pressure right. He hits his running back, Procise. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play. They'll run it now out of the gun. Runs through the contact. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. And this is off the left, upright, and through. A trick shot there, but a point is a point. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Now to return, this is David Johnson. And he's got room. David Johnson on his way. The 20, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, 97 yards. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football, football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. It's like, yeah.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and there's such a delicate balance.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards. They just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? all I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must
because
have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Double tight.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. On 2nd down, Wilson. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Seahawk first down. Wilson to his big target, Graham.
Gun. 4 down.
On first down, Wilson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dominic Easley in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
47 is the mic.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. 1:52 left to play in this second quarter. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Shift together here from the D-line.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Here we go. Number 19. 319.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They begin the drive with Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Knight gets it to Strong. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard right around the 26.
Double tight. Let's go. 380. 3 down.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now Wilson on 1st down. Flush to his right. He lets it fly for Lockett. This is caught inside the 15. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Hassan Reddick coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Brandon Williams.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they're known as the no-fly zone.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On second down, Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to face a third down. Looking to throw. Knight. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got Gresham. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
Key to tight end. Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Back to throw. Knight. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Watch him now. Leopard. Check.
Now a handoff. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They go play action here on first down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
You know, when you go through scouting reports, you go through everything. Height, weight, speed, the whole deal. They knew that they had a 4-inch height advantage there and tried to make a play on a 50-50 ball, didn't they?
Yeah, took the shot downfield. Hey, give them credit defensively. Maybe 4 inches shorter, but able to jostle it free.
Feisty.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check. Here we go now.
Operating from the gun. Knight. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal in the red zone this time.
Watch right. Go,
On first down, Knight. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jalen Strong, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And they will line up now for the two-point try.
Watch it now, over. No, check.
They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. To throw on second down, Wilson. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Chandler Jones in there to get him for a loss of 5. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on third down after that sack. To throw is Wilson. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there in that scramble.
And he rifles one incomplete. C.J. Procise was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them. Every pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Dominic Easley in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of, and this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I didn't have to stretch for this one. This is for...
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the fourth. Looking to throw on second down. Knight flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On third down, Johnson, and he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Ryan Allen now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Chandler Jones able to drop him for a loss of 4. And the tight end goes in motion left. To throw is Wilson. To throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Third and long. It's Wilson. Steps away to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it down deep into Arizona territory. It's a big play on third down for the Seahawks. 43 yards. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
And it's a Seattle Seahawks touchdown. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. Cameron Meredith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The 15 yards there on the catch and run. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. Now Wilson looking to throw on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Get some 9 yards and a first.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Play action. It's Wilson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. He took a hit on that last play. Now let's see how he and the offense respond on second. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Throwing on third and long. Wilson. This is caught. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Here's Wilson. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this is going to be recovered by the hand. And it's a fumble. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Check three.
They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let it. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
Select the team you want to join. Don't worry, you'll be able to choose the role you plan in just a second. Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the right. Your season starts now.